Good evening, Padawans. This is a message from Jedi Activation, a download I just got, which is powerful, so powerful. What I'm going to talk about is how we create our own reality and how our beliefs really have a huge effect on our subconscious and what is created in our world through our inner belief systems. A lot of times we have subconscious beliefs that we don't even know we have, beliefs that we're not worthy enough, beliefs that we aren't going to make enough money, that we're not worth making, the seven figures, that we're not worth that job or that promotion. We believe that other people are better than us. We believe that other people deserve this. We believe so many things about ourselves that are negative belief systems that we keep in our subconscious, and it's holding us back. People, it is holding us back hugely. When we come into alignment and recognize our subconscious belief systems and change the patterns, because a lot of time we're working from the mind. We're just working from the mind, conscious, what's present in front of us. And when you're in a flow state, that is a beautiful place to be because you're focused, you're present with what's going on. You want to be there. But the bigger picture is deeper inside you. It is a belief that you are worthy of those seven figures, that you are worthy of being the best version of yourself, that you're worthy of being the healthiest person, that you're worthy of helping as many people as you can. Whatever you want to do to bring into this world can be done. You literally create your own reality. And it is done through reprogramming your belief systems. If any of you watched some of my other Jedi activations, I talk about affirmations and reprogramming, and this is that aspect right here. To start reprogramming your thoughts is huge. First thing in the morning when you wake up, your brain's in a theta wave stage. This is the place for problem solving. This is the place for reprogramming your brain. And so what you want to do is sit there and speak positive affirmations to yourself. Tell yourself that I am worthy of this, that I am enough, that my emotions wash over me as beautiful expressions of self, that I breathe in positivity, that I breathe out negativity. Whatever your affirmations are, whatever you're trying to bring into this world, speak them. You are worthy. You are enough. You are in your authentic power. Speak it. Bring it into existence because it's reality and it manifests into you. Because this belief system that you program into yourself is subconsciously creating itself. You're creating a frequency of who you are that are resonating out into the world, and you attract that back to you. You're attracting all of this back to you. And this is the key to the highest level of flow state. This is where what I just learned. This is the download that just came to me, is to fully believe, to no longer feel that I am the underdog, that I'm unworthy, to actually fully believe all the time in everything I do, that I am capable of doing this, and being okay with asking for help when you're needing it. If there's something that you don't know entirely, ask for help. People will want to help you. Like, hey, I'm having an issue with this. I don't know how to make a flow chart. Like, sit down with me and teach me this. Show me what's going on. Or, hey, like, I said I know auto mechanics, and here I am, like, pulling a transmission out, and I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. Like, what's up? Like, you seem to know your stuff. Like, ask for help. To admit when you're not 100%. That actually brings people into your life that are like, oh, wow, this guy's wants to resonate, connect with me. And there's connections that are created through letting go of your ego. And that's what it really is. It's letting go of ego. It's learning that you can be in your totality without trying to show a perception of who you're not. To fully be in alignment with who you are is to admit where you're at any given point in your life or in your day. So that's another key step to it as well. And really what we're creating by learning that we're creating our own reality, that we're reprogramming our brain, is that we are superheroes. We're superheroes. So our government spent millions of dollars on studying telekinesis, studying remote viewing. If you haven't heard any of these, look them up. The government doesn't spend money on shit that doesn't work. So they've proven that we have superpowers. That we are, when you're in the flow state, when you're fully activated as a Jedi and you're in resonance with all of the energy around you, that you truly can tap into these subconscious parts of your mind and bring them to consciousness. You can tap into the whole field of the planet and remote view locations. This has been proven. This is powerful. We are the Avengers. We are the superpower that the world's been waiting for. You are the superhero this world's been waiting for. I believe it. I believe it. It's in me, and I believe it's in you. And I'm so excited about this. So, yeah. What's really going on, like we can get into the scientific aspect of it now, is when we start tapping into our system, we start tapping into that subconscious and bringing up these affirmations. What we're doing is we're tapping into the polyvagal nervous system. This nerve system that runs through us is attached to all of our autonomic system. So there's an autonomic system, all these parts of our bodies that we don't have any control of because they're automatic, right? There's one part we do, it's our breath. That's why a lot of mindfulness and, resolvement comes back to breath work. Tap into breath, you tap into your parasympathetic nervous system, and you start releasing oxytocins, you start releasing serotonins, and you start decreasing cortisol in your body. This is the drugs that we look for when we're in cuddling with someone, when we're hanging out with our dog and feeling that like resonance, when we're really happy and laughing, we're releasing these chemicals. These are the chemicals. These are the actual, medicines that our body wants. So when we're doing this, we're increasing a higher state of intelligence. We are opening up our cerebral cortex to be able to access 100% of our brain. This has been proven by scientists. And when you're accessing 100% of your brain, you now have the ability to tap into everything around us. The air is filled with electrons and neurons, and this is energy. These are frequencies, these are wavelengths. And these frequencies are pathways between you, between me, between the whole world's vibration. And when you tap into this, you're able to start seeing future timelines, past timelines, present timelines. Now, I know this is sounding a little crazy, and really what I'm getting into is the theory aspect now, a little bit, the mystic part of what we're capable of doing. If you've seen the movie Lucy, they kind of tapped into the ability of us opening 100% of our brain. And it's been proven that we actually do use 100% of our brain, just not all at once, because we'd go crazy. But when you're triggered and you're really not in alignment with yourself, when you're feeling upset, you're actually maybe using 10% of your brain. This is true, 10%. And that's when you come from a triggered place, that's when you start name calling, you start defending yourself. You feel like your point of view needs to be pushed onto other people. And and you speak in a different tone because you're upset. How can you change that, tap into your superpower, and really share what you're feeling? Come back to breath. Calm yourself down, take 3 deep breaths, respond from a calm state. And that is the first step to really tapping into this superpower, because you're changing a pattern. We have so many patterns that we create in our life. The way we breathe is shallow. We don't even breathe deep. We don't even breathe through our abdominal on a day-to-day basis. We're basically suffocating ourselves because of the way we've taught ourselves how to breathe. We have patterns where you wake up, you drink coffee, you drive the same way to work every day, you do the same thing, or you just have patterns like when you're going to smoke a cigarette, like when you eat during the day. Change patterns. Please change your patterns. Drive a different way to work. Have a different morning routine. Switch things up. And the reason why this is important too is because when something big and traumatic happens in your life, you've already made small changes and switches in your life that it becomes easier for you to accept and adapt to a larger change that happens. So these are little things that we can start doing to shift the way we believe and the way we see things, and it's really reprogramming our unconscious mind so we can bring it into a more of a state of consciousness when you literally start recognizing, hey, I'm starting that morning routine again. Let me switch this up. I'm not going to drink coffee this morning. I'm going to sit and do breath work. One of my favorite breath works I call the coffee breath, and it is basically the breath of fire. If you've ever done that, you just focus on the exhale. If you're into Kundalini, put your arms up, put your thumbs out, and you just like... This starts getting your heart rate going, starts waking you up. And to constantly stay into this mindfulness, breathe deeper from your abdominal. Start breathing, count of 4. Take deeper breaths. Calms you down. It just calmed me down. So these are little things you could do to start tapping into this unconscious state of your mind, to start bringing it into awareness, and then you start reprogramming. Theta wave stage, you could start listening to binaural beats, and in the middle of the day, taking breaks, meditate. There's this quote I love where it says, if you don't have 20 minutes to meditate every day, you should meditate for an hour. And I love that because that's something that I live by. There's days where I feel like I'm up, I'm going, I'm doing stuff. I maybe got 5 minutes, maybe didn't even meditate in the morning. And then I jump in here for lunch and I make myself some food and I sit and meditate for longer than I would have if I sat in the morning, to push myself, to change, to make those habits, to break those habits, really, and create new habits that are positive and healthy in my life. And it affects everyone around us. When you raise your vibration, everyone around you's vibration starts to raise. And really what happens is whoever has the highest, most conscious vibration in a room or within a conversation kind of like wins, and then that person raises their vibration to that. But if someone's on a lower vibration and there's a strong, then you end up dropping your vibration down to them. And it's like this energy balance, because we're always trying to come in alignment with everyone around us. Our subconscious cares about what other people think, cares about like how we're viewed out in the world. We want to be seen, we want to be heard, we want to be known, we want to be felt, we want to be loved. So we find ways of doing this, but coming into your totality and really stepping into this higher vibration of knowing that you're worthy, to know that you're enough, to know that you're truly in your power, that you are really a Jedi, it's superpowers. It is truly divine superpowers. And where we're headed as humans is beyond what we believe our capability is. If you look at movies that are out there that are going on, you look at the Avengers, I think it's the highest grossing movie series that's been out. Want to know why? Because we all want to be that. We all want to be superheroes. We all want to have these superpowers. We want to be Jedis. And so that's what I'm working towards. Working towards becoming a Jedi. Working towards training all of you to become a Jedi. And if there's anything that you guys know that's really stepped you up, that you can teach me, I'm also a student as well. And so I'm willing to hear, I'm willing to listen. So post it or reach out to me, private message, and let me know what's been working for you that's been like up-leveling you, that's been bringing you into your totality, that's been putting you into a flow state that feels like you're unstoppable. Because when you're in this flow state, synchronicities start happening. So here's a story, speaking of synchronicities. I moved to Boulder, Colorado. Things weren't working for me back in New Mexico when I used to live. So I moved here to Boulder, Colorado. Boom, found a beautiful farm to live on, found a job building tiny homes, started making good money, and had great community. And something happened there. I had to wind up moving off the property. Make the long story short, me and one of my best friends were looking for property. We want to start a community. We started talking to people, and all of a sudden all these people started to show up that wanted to build community, people with money who are willing to invest, and boom, more synchronicities. So I find this property, and it's like way out of our budget. It was 2.5 or it was 3.5 million dollars, I believe, for this 100-acre farm that used to be a horse ranch, and it was just north of Boulder, not that far at all. So I sent it to my fellow community members. I was like, this is the ideal place. I want to live here. It has a creek running through it, and just stables and different places to like build. It already has farmland, and it has different areas where we can build more, and like, this is where I want to live. This looks beautiful and awesome. And a couple of weeks go by, I kind of forgot about it. We were in the process of trying to find a place, and we decided to give up. We're like, we can't find a place, we give up. All of a sudden we get a phone call from this woman, and she's like, I have this ranch and I want you guys to come check it out. I'm wanting to create a healing center. I want to start hosting workshops and events. I want to get a garden going. So we come up here and meet her. Awesome, we're so aligned. Love this woman. So we moved to the property, and just today, I'm sitting here working on a chicken coop, and I'm like, realize this is the property that I sent to my fellow community members and said, I want to live here. This is the property I want to buy. So here I am living on this beautiful 100-acre farm, and I get to start my community here. This becomes my base hub because I'm really projecting that into the world, because what I am manifesting is becoming my reality, because I am creating my reality. Now, it might not have been, I don't own the property. It's not like exactly like I want it, but it put me in alignment to not only be on the property that I was really envisioning and wanting to be on, but it also gave me the opportunity to have a location to start hosting community events, to start building farm and learning more about permaculture and mycology, and a beautiful, awesome barn to run our business out of as winter comes. That's indoors. We have a school bus and 2 tiny homes and our whole workshop inside of this 50,000 or 40,000 square foot arena. So basically the point of the story is anything is possible. Level up your belief system. Reprogram your brain, and I promise you, you will start manifesting and seeing what you truly want in your life come into fruition. Thank you, Jedis.